A very good day to you, children. First of all, I'm really sorry for not being able to take your Zoom doubt class. So next time when I'll take it, we'll clear all your doubts. Okay. Anyways, we are having the WhatsApp doubt class today. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, children. Today I'm going to start the chapter grammar again. Grammar. We'll take grammar only this time also. This is chapter 9, children. This is again based on verbs. So this time we'll take modals, children. M-O-D-A-L-S. Children, it is not pronounced as models. Instead, it is pronounced as modals. Okay. So now today I'll be taking this modals. Now what are modals? Modals are also your helping verbs like your auxiliary verbs. Okay, they are also auxiliary verbs, they are also helping verbs. Okay, and these modals also, again, they cannot stand on their own, so they help the main verbs in framing sentences. For example, I can do this work. So here the main verb is do and the helping verb is can, and this can is your modal, children. Okay, so there are the modals are can, will, shall, may, might, could, would, should, need to, ought to. These are all modals. Okay, so now first thing is clear to you that modals, they are the helping verbs. They help the main verbs. The second thing is they always come before the main verb in a sentence. Okay, the second thing is the modals, they never change with your subject, whether it is singular or plural. Okay, for example, he can do this work, they can do this work, we can do this work, the children can do this work. In all these sentences, children, whenever I am changing the subject, whenever I am making it singular or plural, the modal, they do not change. Okay, can remains your can. Okay, in all the sentences you must have noticed that can remains the same. So modals, they do not change with your subject. Okay, now children, there are many modals, as I told you, and these modals are used for different purposes in a sentence. Okay, suppose you want to make a request, you will use the modal may. Okay, even you can use can also. Okay, for example, can I borrow your pencil? May I borrow your pencil? What is the difference between the two? May is a formal way of asking and can is your informal way of asking. So you have to just understand where to use which modal. Okay, and can, should, will, must. Okay, can, and between can and should there is a major difference. That is, should takes you more towards the possibility. Okay, when you compare these two, should takes you towards more towards this possibility, and between should and must takes you to nearer to possibility. Okay, so when I say I can do this work, I should do this work, there's a difference between the two. Can means I may or may not, I'm not sure I'll be able to do this work or not. But should means yes, to a certain extent it is very clear that I am going to do that work. I must do this work means it becomes very certain that I am going to do the work. So there is difference in the meanings of these words, children. So that only you have to understand. Okay, and for example, there's a table given in your book, page number 49. Children, please go through this table. Okay, it is written that must is used for obligation, have to and need to is used for strong obligation, can, may, could, might, they are used for permission, may is used for permission, may is used for blessings also. Okay, for example, may you live long, may you have a good life. Okay, so may, and for permission, may I come in, sir. Okay, may I get you a glass of water. So these are used for permission. Okay, and for advice, should is used for advice. You should take this course, you should take this route to reach early to your destination. Okay, so these are the advices. Okay, so advise, should is given, ought to is given, and then promise also we'll use will and shall. For example, promise, if I say I will definitely come to your house, that means I'm making a promise. Okay, um, and request also, will, would, could, these are used for request also. Okay, so you have to just go through this table, you have to see where to use which modal. Okay, now children, the negative of the modals. Okay, negation of the modal, that is in a sentence, if there's a negative sentence, we only add one word after the modal, that is not. So that becomes a negative sentence. For example, I should not do this, he could not come there. Okay, I may not like this, I will not do my work, I cannot understand this question. So in all these words with modal, I have put the word not. So with the modal verb, when you put not, that becomes a negative sentence. Okay, and in children, interrogative sentence is required. That means the sentence with a question mark, what you do is you start the sentence with the modal verb. For example, could you please answer my question? So I've used in the very beginning. Okay, and second is should you call me after your work is done? Okay, so again, so these words are used in the very beginning of the chapter, very beginning of the sentences in a interrogative sentences. So this is the difference. So you know how to make a negative sentence with modal verb, you know how to make interrogative sentences with modal verb. Only the thing is you have to practice it, children, then only you will be able to understand, because sometimes it is given that fill in the blanks, it is given that he dash do this work, in the bracket it is given advise. Okay, so which modal verb you have to use? So you have to just think, when advise comes, which all modal verbs are used in advise. So like that you have to fill it up. Okay, it is not that you see whichever suits best, you have to fill it. It's not like that. Whatever situation is there, whatever is given in the bracket, whatever direction is given to you, so you have to just go through it, and you have to just think which modal verb comes in that category, and then you have to fill in the blanks. So this will come only by practice, children. So you have to practice this, do all the exercises that are given at the back of this chapter. If you find any exercise or anything difficult, children, just circle it. When we'll have a Google doubt class or WhatsApp doubt class, I'll be clearing your doubts, children. And most probably this week or the next week you'll be getting your copies back. So once you have got your copies back, children, do all the assignments that you have missed. Okay, last assignment also I don't think you have done it, so do all the assignments. Again, I am repeating, children, please don't do the notes in your copies. Whatever notes I am giving you, don't do it in your copy. You have to do only the assignment part. Okay, please don't do the notes, because whenever you want to clear your concept or anything, you can go through it again, but assignment you have to do it yourself. Okay. And I'll come and through these assignments only I'll be able to know how much you have understood this topic. Okay, so assignments and all you have to do in the copy, but notes please don't do it in the copy. So this is very simple, children, so just go through it and just do it. If you find anything difficult, we'll be discussing it in the doubt class. Okay, thank you.